This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Michelle here. Welcome to the Traveling Epicurean Gourmet and a Snack Recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to make Thai chicken curry soup made with rotisserie chicken, sweet potato, and mushroom. Let me show you what we're going to need to get this recipe started. We're going to need 2 cups of rotisserie chicken, 8 ounces of mushrooms, 4 cups of chicken broth, 1 can of coconut milk, a cup of finely diced sweet onion, 1/4 cup of green onion, half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons of madras curry, 2 cups of sweet potato, a cup of frozen edamame, and garnish with cilantro, sriracha, and green onion. We're going to start with a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're going to add in our sweet onion, our green onion, and our mushrooms, and we're going to saute those for about 7 minutes just to get them cooked and softened. The onions and the mushrooms have been sauteing for 7 minutes and they have softened. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter, half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, and the 2 teaspoons of madras curry. I'm going to stir that to combine. Now we're going to add in the sweet potatoes, the edamame. We're going to add the 2 cups of the rotisserie chicken, the 4 cups of the chicken broth. I do use a low sodium, and a can of coconut milk. And the coconut milk that we just added in, it's all going to melt together. I'm going to turn it on medium-high to bring it back up to a simmer, and then I'm going to turn it down to a low so these sweet potatoes can cook through. Now I hope you're paying attention because the little secret ingredient is some sour cream. We're going to add the broth to the sour cream and we're going to whisk it. Once it's smooth, then we're going to add it back into the soup. And then we're going to combine. Isn't that lovely? And then we're going to serve it up. So there you go, a Thai curry chicken soup. It's absolutely delicious. You can serve it with rice noodles or rice. I like it plain with actually an extra dollop of that sour cream and then a little squirt of sriracha. Don't forget the cilantro and the green onion. That ties all the flavors together. You can find the recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. You can serve this to your family and friends. And remember, it all starts with the food. Gourmet and a snack. See you guys next time. Ciao.
Thank you for watching The Travelling Epicurean.
Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Nothing like going to a party and having really yummy hors d'oeuvres being passed around. I love that. I could just have hors d'oeuvres instead of a dinner because you get these perfect little bites of all these different flavors. So today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different appetizers for your New Year's Eve party. You can make them last minute. They're so simple yet really delicious. Get on over here. I'll show you what we're going to need. This is what we're going to need to make our really delicious hors d'oeuvres. The first one's going to be a baked asparagus wrapped in prosciutto, and we're going to smear this prosciutto with some room temperature cream cheese, a little bit of grated sweet onion, and some Parmesan. The second one's going to be crostinis that we are going to top with this really great combination of cherry or grape tomatoes, basil, garlic, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and then we sprinkle a little gorgonzola on top, and that only gets baked for about 5 minutes. And this one doesn't even bake. Look at this, it's so easy. They're mini phyllo shells that are pre-baked. You just fill them and serve them. We're gonna fill them with goat cheese, some fig jam, and some diced fresh pear. I can't wait to show you how beautiful these are. Let's get going on our asparagus. I have our prosciutto already cut. Now, each piece of prosciutto we're gonna slice in half. We're not gonna use the whole thing. I have about 20 asparagus here, and I'm going to mix our cream cheese and our grated cheese, and then we're gonna put a little smear on each piece of prosciutto, and we're gonna roll up the asparagus. The asparagus I parboiled already. I cut off the ends. I just blanched them in water for like about 2 minutes, and then I put them into a shocking ice bath that really retains the green, and it helps to stop the cooking because you don't want them mushy. You want them a little bit firm. This is one of my favorite appetizers. I actually got this appetizer from my sister-in-law many years ago, about 20 years ago, and I've been making them ever since. It's a total make-ahead appetizer. You can have them on the cooking tray in your refrigerator and then pop them in the oven when your guests get here. It only takes about 8 minutes. You're not cooking it, you're just heating it, so you get the cream cheese. It puffs a little bit when cream cheese bakes, and it makes for a really nice creaminess. So we're going with a creamy appetizer first, then we're gonna go to the crunchy with the crostini, and then we're gonna end with the goat cheese and the fig jam for a little bit of the sweet. So there's kind of a method behind my madness, okay? And also I've chosen 3 so simple appetizers to make because you may have left that for the last minute detail, and you want to put together something quick and easy. Well, this is it. Trust me, you'll be so happy you did this. All right, so look, I'm gonna take our first piece of prosciutto here, and actually this piece was just like that. I'm gonna slice it so we have a piece that looks like this. You know, it rolls up, so it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of the smear of the cream cheese. I have an offset spatula. You can really use anything. You can use a butter knife, whatever works. And then I take the asparagus. I'm gonna put, the front of it will be pointing out like that, all right? So we're gonna start at the bottom, and then we're just gonna roll up. Beautiful, right? Take my next piece. I'm gonna cut this on an angle. So then I get 2 pieces out of it, just like that. Really delicious, okay. And then I'm gonna roll it up. Beautiful. Put it on the end. Give a little roll. Cannot wait to have some of these. These are so good. All right, so look at this. Isn't this pretty? And now I'm not doing a full order just because I want to show you how to make these. So here, we're gonna put all of our crostinis with the tomato gorgonzola basil mixture, and I'm going to start working on that right now. But aren't these really pretty? I love these. They're so flavorful. All right, so I have my lovely mixture. I've diced up grape tomatoes. You can use cherry tomatoes if it's summer. If not, the grape tomatoes are really sweet and delicious too. I julienne some fresh basil. That's 1 clove of garlic I put through the garlic press. I don't like to dice it because who wants a chunk of garlic when you go to take a bite of an hors d'oeuvre? So this way it's mashed and it really distributes nicely. Salt and pepper and about a teaspoon, or actually this was about half a teaspoon of olive oil. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. Really flavorful. You want to taste this though. You want to make sure that you have enough salt. It's important to season things as you go along. So I'm going to give a little bit of a taste here. perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, so I'm gonna start taking these tomatoes. I'm gonna spoon them onto our crostinis here. And then we'll put them onto our baking tray. And we're gonna pop them in the oven. You know, you could also do diced up mozzarella, but I happen to like the zing of the gorgonzola. I just find it gives a little extra pizzazz. So I'm gonna put a little bit of even a little bit of the juice, because these are crostinis, so they've been toasted and dried out. You can go to my crostini recipe on my website. So simple to make. 400-degree oven on a dry cookie tray. And you just pop them in the oven for about 12 minutes. You got to keep an eye on them. Everybody's oven is different. But very simple. Slice, cookie tray, oven for 12 minutes on 400. And let them cool. I take them off. I let them cool. They stay for, goodness, probably for a week. I have a friend of mine who likes to put them in a paper bag. I don't even do that. I put them in a Ziploc and they stay great. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of the gorgonzola right on top. Remember, gorgonzola is strong, so a little goes a long way. And then I'm gonna put these on the cookie tray, and they're gonna go in the oven with the prosciutto wrapped asparagus. Now, people, make sure you get the prosciutto di Parma, the real authentic prosciutto. The others, you know, they're tasty and all, but I tell you, the delicacy of that di Parma is heavenly. It just melts in your mouth. And some of the other ones are a little bit too salty, especially if you're going to heat it up. Those salt concentrations really exemplify when they get a little bit dried out. So prosciutto di Parma is important when you're making this appetizer. That looks beautiful. All right, I'm going to get these on the cookie tray. What we got going on here? Refreshing little tomato bites with a zing of gorgonzola. Oven preheating to 400. I'm gonna get this in the oven right now, and we're gonna start working on our phyllo cups. So guys, look at this. Fully baked. Just fill and serve. You can't get any easier than this. I really love this kind of thing. It's a great way to step up your hors d'oeuvres without too much effort, and it looks like you put a lot of effort into it. That is, if you can get them out of the box. Come on, little hors d'oeuvres. All right, here we go. Oh, aren't these cute? All right, so we're just gonna slice through here and put a few of these on the plate. Look how cute is that? So they come frozen. You get them in your frozen section of the market. You take them home, and if you're going to use them right away, just leave them on the counter. And I'm just going to set these up on the plate here. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love them. I've used these before. They taste delicious. All right, and now we're just going to fill them. So this is how I'm going to end the hors d'oeuvres. I'm going to start with the asparagus, then I'm going to go to the crostinis and the gorgonzola and the tomato, and then I'm going to end with something a little bit sweet, and then we'll go on to the dinner. So I really love to present this way. It's just, it makes for an elegant presentation. I'm going to pop these right in the cup here, just like that. I also have peppermint leaves, so you can put a peppermint leaf in there. My peppermint happens to be very strong, so you could leave some with a peppermint leaf and some without, in case people aren't fond of peppermint. But it looks really pretty with the green in there also. Just like that. Really nice. I love fruit and cheese. It's just a great combination. Okay, and now we're gonna put some of this delicious fig jam on there. You only need a little dollop, just on the side. Just like that. I suggest that, you don't dice up the pear until right before you're going to use it. It's so quick to put this appetizer together, so I don't think it really matters that much. Isn't that pretty, though? Just looks really elegant. And then I'm going to put a couple pieces of pear, just like that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, how could you go wrong? The cups are pre-baked. Who's better than you? Is that fantastic? All right, there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at these. Oh my goodness. Oh, that smells so good. I have this really pretty plate here, and I'm gonna plate up these asparagus. And now, see on the bottom side of the asparagus, that prosciutto gets a little bit caramelized. It's really pretty. So I usually flip it over and place it on the plate so everyone can see how pretty that is. 7 minutes at 400 is more than enough. Everything's cooked, so you don't need to cook it. We're just heating it up a little bit. Really pretty. So delicious. You want to make sure you wait just a couple of minutes because that cream cheese gets really hot. You don't want anybody burning your mouth. And don't use the white asparagus. The fibers in it are too chewy and it's very difficult to eat when you do an appetizer like this. So I suggest that you just use the green. The green is beautiful. You just got through the holidays, so the pink and the green go really nicely together. And I'm putting these all on one plate just so you can see how pretty they look. And then we're gonna have a bite of these. Very pretty. You like the hat? I had to get a little bit festive. So now be creative with these recipes. If you don't like gorgonzola, you can switch it out for cubed up mozzarella. And if you're not a big goat cheese fan, you could always put a slice of brie in there, and that will be really delicious too. So it's time to take a bite. Oh my goodness. My favorite is this asparagus. I really love it a lot. This will surely be the first thing off of your order. Last but not least, the goat cheese with the fig jam, the fresh pears, and I'm gonna have the mint leaf because I love my mint. What a way to end the hors d'oeuvres. A little zing with the goat cheese. And remember, you can use brie instead. It's really nice. Great combination. Now you can go to your salad or your dinner. I really love these hors d'oeuvres. So simple to make. It only took us a few minutes. You've got to try these. You're going to love them. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope I was able to help you out with these 3 delicious appetizers. Remember the recipes at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a joyous 2016. We'll see you next week, okay? Ciao! Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing holiday treat, saltine Christmas spark. It's one of my favorites and it's really easy to make. Creamy chocolate top, a little bit of a chewy toffee center, and a crunchy cracker bottom. Oh my goodness, you're going to like this one a lot. Let's get on over to that kitchen and I'll show you what we're going to need. Okay guys, this is what we're going to need to make our saltine Christmas spark. I have 48 crackers here on a cookie tray that's been covered with nonstick foil. I have a bag of semi-sweet Ghirardelli chocolate chips. I have 1 cup of light brown sugar. I have 1 cup of butter. We're going to be topping the melted chocolate with finely chopped pecans, which is about 1/4 cup. And then I have 5 candy cane treats here that we are going to crush and a baggie with a rolling pin. And then I'm using an offset spatula to smear the softened melted chocolate chips before we top them with our pecans and our crushed candy cane. It's going to be so delicious. I really love this recipe because of the simplicity of it. We're just going to be melting the brown sugar and the butter in this pan here. I'm going to cut it up into pieces to make it easier to melt. I'm just going to add in the brown sugar, and we're going to get this on the stove. I first had this Christmas spark at a golf party, and I got her recipe, Joanne's recipe. Thank you, Joanne. But I've changed it since then. I like using the light brown sugar because you get a little bit of that molasses caramel flavor from that. You're not going to believe how quickly this goes. Let's get on over to the stove and get this going. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost ready to be poured on the saltine crackers. Okay, look, we're just going to start pouring like this. And then I'm going to go back over with my offset spatula. And I'm going to smooth it out, and we're going to pop it into the oven. I'm going to scrape the rest of this out here. Look how beautiful that color is. So simple. And I'm just going to smear it back and forth to make sure that everything is covered. We'll put it into the oven, into a 400-degree oven, just for 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, into the oven it goes for 5 minutes. So I just have a Ziploc baggie, and I'm going to put in these 5 candy canes. I love candy canes. I probably ate way too many during the Christmas season. We are going to crush these candy cane, and we're just going to sprinkle them over the chocolate. So this way we have the flavor of the candy cane, but you're not breaking your teeth. We're just putting it on for some flavor and a little bit of extra crunch there. See, so look, that's absolutely perfect. I have little bits of candy in there, but most of it's almost even like a powder. It's going to be perfect for the top of the Christmas sparks, just the way I want it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle on the chocolate chips, because boy, that is just really, really hot right now. You know how hot brown sugar and butter get when you bring them to a boil? So that was 1 cup. Here's another cup. Really, it's a whole bag of Ghirardelli chocolate chips. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Fantastic. We're gonna let this warm up and soften those chocolate chips, and then we'll smear it with my offset spatula. Look how beautiful this is. All right, so I've got my offset spatula that I spread the melted brown sugar and butter with. And now I'm just gonna spread the chocolate across this. You need to let it sit for 5 minutes, and it really softens up those chocolate chips. I'm gonna turn this around here to the other side. Oh, it's so pretty. What a fun treat. I love this. And it's fun for your kids too. So I'm gonna take some of the pecans, and I'm just gonna start to sprinkle them on half of this. You You can do plain chocolate too. The great thing about this dessert, you just do whatever your favorite nuts are. You can do crushed walnut. You can do macadamia nuts. I'm gonna leave a little bit plain, and then I'm gonna sprinkle this side with the candy cane. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Really, really nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this set up in the refrigerator. If you wanted, you could put it into the freezer and definitely set that chocolate in half the time. All right, so let's get this into the fridge, and then we're gonna break it up. I'm gonna show you how easily this breaks up. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Look at this bark. This is amazing. But actually this foil, the foil comes right off the bottom. So it actually could be one big slab. I'll show it to you. Oh my God. It could be like the largest Christmas bark. This could be in the Guinness World Book. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then I'm gonna start to see the back side of this. Isn't that gorgeous? That's absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to have a bite of this. All right, we're gonna start breaking this up. We did it. We made Christmas bark from saltines. Out of this world. So easy to make. It's such a fun holiday treat. Look how it breaks up into all these beautiful pieces. You're gonna look like a pro here. I am this. Isn't that beautiful? You could break up the pieces to whatever size that you wanted. All right, so pile them on a plate. Beautiful, just like that. All right, we're gonna have to have a bite of this. Just one of my, there goes my hat. Just one of my favorite all-time treats. So easy to make. I can't wait for you guys to go try this. You can find it at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you next week. Ciao. Cracker, 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 cracker. Crackers, sweet and sugary or something like that.
Thank you for watching The Traveling Epicurean. A special thanks to